You just wrapped up a great week of trading. Yesterday I was able to make, well, I didn't trade Friday, but as you can tell by the title, I made 3,500 in 2 trades. And that was because I caught a pretty massive trade on the NASDAQ. And if you don't know, I trade ES, E, and Q. I also trade options, which is SPY and QQQ. So if you're an options trader or if you're a futures trader, you can literally take the exact same trades that I take on a daily basis. Now I do trade live Monday through Friday with hundreds of people in the community every morning, and we have one of the highest consistently profitable communities in the world. All you have to do is come in, take the trades we take, understand why we're taking the trades we take, and once you grasp that understanding, you'll be able to spot those trades on your own as well. So if you're struggling to become profitable, if you're not profitable, if you're struggling to get payouts, if you haven't gotten a payout, we have one of the best communities in the world, simply because we trade simple and we make it understanding for everyone. Okay, so if you're interested in that, the link will be in the description. But I was able to catch I was able to take 2 trades and make 3,500. I'm going to post some screenshots of the members' profits as well. You got one guy that made $20,000 here. You got one guy that made, I think, like $5,000 here, which was a 220% return. And it's a bunch, you know. So one thing about trading, I've been doing this a long time. I'm not a viral, what's the word? I'm not like viral in the space as far as content yet. But you know, the world gonna catch on soon, and a lot of people gonna start, you know, kind of just noticing, you know, the community that we've built. But we've been doing this a long time. I have members in my community that has been with me for years and years and years and years. Like I said, I've been doing this for going on 10 years. So when it comes to trading, it's not hard. You need a system in place, right? I say this all the time. You don't want to just trade random strategies. You need a system that tells you to get in, get out, target this, target that, stop loss this, stop loss here. You know, you need a system. Without a system, in my opinion, from what I've experimented with, not having a system is like a recipe for a disaster. It literally is. And I've been doing this a long time, going on 10 years this year. Every time I traded, before I created a system, I would find myself either second guessing, overcomplicating, over trading, because I didn't have something that tell me when I should get in based off of back tested results. Okay, not just based off what I think, is literally based off of numbers and back tested results and win rates, right? So once I kind of figured out, you know, through the years, once I figured out that you need a profitable system, that's when I really, you know, that's when I really started to go up that path, you know, that exponentially success from it. Because trading can be very, 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 very difficult if you don't have a system in place, man. I'm just being honest. Because I literally struggled day in and day out, losing money day in and day out because of the emotions. I was very emotional, and I would lose a lot of money. But eventually, I realized what I was doing wrong. I had to lay it out in front of myself and understand, like, bro, this ain't what you don't do this, bro. You need to stop this, you know, and shit like that. So, and once I kind of grasped that, it slowly started to get better. And all I did was eliminate those bad habits one by one. And that's where my success from trading started to, you know, elevate. A lot of people want that fast money. You know, a lot of people see, especially in this space now with futures really fuck the market up. You gotta think about it. I came from trading options where I'm trying to make at least 100, 200 a day. Now you got motherfuckers making 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 a day with the futures funded space. There was no funded when I started trading. At least it was nowhere. It was not known at all, right? So I had to try to make $100, $200 a day off my own money trading options, right? So now we have futures, and futures is a lot easier as a beginner if you're trying to get into trading. But moral of the story, man, is create a system. Okay, if you don't have a system, find one. You know, come check us out. I'll give you my system. Check out the community. I'll give you my system of how I trade. If you're watching this video and you decide to join my community, I'll give you my course for free. And this is a course I charge hundreds of dollars for. I'll give it to you for free. You join the community, you be like, hey, I just watched a recent video. I just joined the community off that video. can I take the course? I'm gonna send it to you for free. If you watch to this point, I'm gonna send it to you for free. Join the community, because once you join, you'll understand and see the people, the success they're having off of simplicity. All right, but it's another day, and I'm finna get the day started. I'm vlogging, so stay tuned. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I always get the question of should someone trade options or futures when it comes to getting started as a day trader. For me, what I'm gonna tell you is I believe you should start trading futures first, because it's a lot easier. And I'm gonna just cut to the chase. With futures, it's easier to start trading versus options. There's a lot to learn when it comes to options. There's a lot to learn when it comes to trading in general. But with options, you really have to know what you're doing in a sense. Now, I'm gonna go deeper into options trading versus futures trading. But if you're a beginner and you're watching this video right now, and you're trading, let's say you want to get started trading. Well, first thing I would say is, because first let me give you a rundown how I started trading. I started trading options, okay? When I first started trading, I started day trading options, all right? Now, I lost a lot of money my first 2 years because I was rushing into it, trying to make a lot of money. Then you know, I was studying, but I was also experimenting, right? Trying to figure out where it works. So within that time, I lost a lot of money. You know, that's just what it is. You're gonna lose a lot of money, especially if you're trying to learn on your own. So I learned on my own through trial and error, and I paid the price those first 2 years of consistently losing money. Now, another reason I lost a lot of money when it came to trading is because of options. Okay, with options, you have to understand that as a day trader, you have to pick certain contracts. All right, it's not hard now. It's not hard finding the contracts, but at the time, I didn't understand what we call Greeks. Okay, with options, there's a thing called Greeks that you have to understand when you're picking contracts, whether you want to swing trade it or day trade it. You have to understand what the Greeks are. Okay, now if I wish I would have known about futures trading before I lost all that money, but you know, it is what it is. I'm a good trader now because of the losses I took in the beginning. All right, I'm a way better trader now because of all those losses. So, but if you are a beginner, I am 100% gonna recommend that you start trading futures over options first, just because it's a little bit simpler. All right, when it comes to day trading, you want to keep it as simple as possible, and then transition to a more aggressive approach to day trading. All right, but I am gonna hop on the not gonna hop on the chart, but I am gonna break down kind of, you know, the day trading for dummies, for, you know, in a sense. I ain't calling you a dummy, but I'm gonna break down the trading for dummies and just kind of like give you a small representation of what options is versus what futures is. All right, so stay tuned for that. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you're new to this channel, I'm always giving game. I'm always giving trading game, entrepreneur game, and I'm always giving value. And if you enjoy these videos, you like the value that I give, all I ask is that you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we're gonna keep dropping. Let's get it.